Alright guys, and welcome to episode 6 of this Be a Pro career mode with Sheffield United. And I just want to give you a quick question about the camera angle that I play with. Now I know like some people like Arsenal Giants PS3 has just started one exactly the same as this, just playing with his Pro, and he's changed to broadcast, and I know other people when playing Pro clubs use like telly or tele broadcast, and at the minute I am just using the Be a Pro camera angle. So I know obviously you don't really enjoy it, but some of you do and some of you don't enjoy it. I just want to know your opinions on the camera angle, if you like it, if you don't, because as you'll see in this episode there are one or two things that happen up my end when I'm trying to attack that you don't exactly really see, and even I don't see them in game. So yeah, anyway, we'll crack on with the first game, which is obviously already underway, and it was in the FA Cup against Oldham Athletic, and we took an early lead, with a goal from me. It was well worked though. I threw ball Chedwin Evans, and then Chedwin Evans threw ball me back, and I managed to place it into the top corner. So yeah, we then cracked on into the second half, and I did fire a shot wide, but we just, couldn't really get it in, and the game finished there, and then it finished Sheffield United 1, Oldham Athletic 0, so a bit of an average game. There weren't really many clear-cut chances. I mean, the one clear-cut chance that we had went in, so yeah, I got a rating of 7.9, man of the match again, and I was quite pleased with that. So then, moved on to the game against Yeovil in decent spirits, and I was thinking, okay, this should be 3 points, hopefully, and annoyingly, it was one of the worst games on FIFA that I have ever played, especially one of the most frustrating. As you see there, in the 13th minute I had a shot, but it went straight to the goalkeeper, and then in the 45th minute they whipped in a box, and this was their first shot of the game. It just went miles wide, and that was half time. And look at these stats at half time: possession 82% to Yeovil time, and I was just looking at that like, oh come on. There were times when I was just sat with my controller. I wasn't even holding my controller because they were just playing around with it. I was just like, when you get the ball, just look at passing it up to me. So it didn't happen, and then they kind of got one of them crappy penalties that maybe isn't really a penalty as such. But they stepped up in the 50th minute, and David Edgar just slammed it as hard as he possibly could into the top of the net, and they went 1-0 up. So I was thinking, oh god, are you joking? Like, Yeovil Town, what is up? 82% in the possession. But we did manage to get back and create one or two chances, like here in the 73rd minute, the shot hit the post, I think, and then Chedwin Evans headed it over the bar. Again, I'm not really sure what happened at that as much. Then in the 90th minute, they just somehow got a second goal. I mean, no offence to any Yeovil Town fans that are watching this, if there is any, but it was just one of the most frustrating games on FIFA. Like, the defence was all over the place. The defence couldn't even get the ball, and me and Chedwin Evans were just stood up front, just like talking, just like, oh, the sooner they get the ball, the better, and everything. So yeah, as you can see, if you just want to pause it there, Steve Simonson got a rating of 1, Nick Montgomery got a rating of 3.8, I got a rating of 6 something. Again, the best in the team, and it was just one of those games where you just look at it and thinking, oh, God's sake, and everything. But yeah, we move on to the Johnstone's Paint Trophy game against Preston North End, and I started this. I was quite surprised. I thought I might be rested due to exhaustion or something, but no. And we started off really well. I mean, as you can see, we had a good few chances. Chedwin Evans just putting the rebound of that shot past the post. And then I threw balled him, and he was in a goal, and I thought he would do better than that, but he didn't. He just did it straight at the keeper. So in the 45th minute, when they had basically their first chance of the game, and they fired it into the back of the net, I was a bit frustrated. I was thinking, come on, we've had all these chances, tried to break them down, not been able to get anything in on goal as of yet. So I was quite surprised, especially when we got straight up the field and I fired it as hard as I could into the bottom corner. So yeah, I mean, they took the lead in the 45th minute. I thought we were going to go half time 1-0 down, but we didn't, because I came straight back and managed to put it in the bottom corner. And then from exactly the same situation, this is not a replay, it was saved by the keeper this time, and yeah, into the second half now. We had another chance like just a few minutes after Michael Doyle put the shot just past the post. So finished full-time 1, Preston 1. It finished Sheffield United 1, Preston 1. And usually it would go into sudden death penalties, not sudden death, it would go into penalties in real life. But for some reason FIFA haven't really incorporated that into the game. So it does go into extra time. And as you can see, I won a penalty in the 93rd minute, and I managed to score the penalty as well, so we were now 2-1 up. And in control of the game, like, both teams were tired, so I was hoping that really no chances would be created. And I was right up until the 120th minute when we got the ball into the box to make. I had a shot, and as I had the shot, I injured myself for 2 weeks. I mean, what is with that? 120th minute, I didn't even need to take the shot. I still decided to have the shot, and yeah, I did get injured. On the plus side, the game did finish there and then, so we go marching on in the Johnson Spain Trophy. I might actually look at seeing how far we can go in that, seeing if we can get a trip to Wembley and see if we can win it. So yeah, as you can see, I got a rating of 9.2. Everyone played better. Seguin even came on as a sub. I mean, Simonson got 6.7, much better than his last one. And there is confirmation of my 2-week injury. So yeah, I'm just going to sim through these games now, obviously, because playing as the team, they kind of defeat the object of BA Pro, you know. So, as you can see, against Oldham Athletic, it took until the 39th minute for us to take the lead through Ryan Flynn, and we did manage to hold on, so we picked up 3 points against Oldham. So it finished Sheffield United 0, Oldham Athletic 1, which I was quite pleased about. It was in League 1, and then we moved on to the game against Brentford, which was also in League 1, and as you can see, Chris Porter has taken my place up front, and then people like Seguin are on the bench, and Taylor picked up an injury in that last game, so Francois is now on for him. And yeah, I mean, moving on to the result of this game, it did finish Brentford 1, Sheffield United 1, which is pretty decent, but we could really be looking at getting 3 points because I don't want to challenge for the top two. And then we moved on to the game against Rochdale, which was a massive game because of the league table. The league table meant that we were fifth, these were seventh, and they were like 2 points behind me or something like that. So yeah, as you can see, it was an action-packed game, and we did eventually win 3-2. I don't know how, because we ended up with 9 men. So yeah, I'm not really sure how that happened. But that was the last game that I was out for injury-wise. I have now got Stevenage next, which will be the first game of the next episode. They are currently bottom of the league. So just showing you the league table now. After 24 games, we sit 5th in the league, 5 points ahead of Wednesday, and now 5 points ahead of Rochdale. So yeah, I mean, we're a bit far off the top two. I mean, 7 points off Huddersfield, and obviously we've got Preston and Leighton in between us. So top two might be a bit unrealistic as of now, but hopefully we'll be able to cement our playoff place and hopefully go up via that. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens at the end of the season, whether I stay or whether I go, you know, see what offers I get, see what you guys want me to do. So as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next episode, which hopefully will be out tomorrow. So yeah, daily episodes for the win.